Hello from Seoul. I never thought this could be a one-pot recipe either. But surviving daily life with a baby forced me to make a miracle happen. Welcome to the ultimate one-pot bibimbap recipe. Today, we're gonna be making bibimbap, one of the most iconic Korean dishes of all time. But instead of traditional way, like you have to cook every single topping separately, we're gonna throw everything in all at once and make it a one-pot version. Sounds amazing, right? Lately, taking care of my baby has kept me super busy, but this simple recipe has been an absolute lifesaver. So if you're in the same boat, please give this a try. A simple, healthy and delicious meal will be waiting for you. For this, you'll need some rice, ground beef, garlic, carrot, zucchini, not a baseball bat, shiitake mushrooms, soybean sprouts, and spinach. The veggies I'm using today are just a guideline, and you can absolutely skip one or two, or even three of them. So feel free to use whatever you have in your fridge. Trust me, almost any vegetables will work great in this recipe. But I do recommend avoiding anything with a super strong aroma. If you throw in some celery or cilantro, you will end up with a weird version of a bibimbap. I told you. So if that happens, I'm totally not responsible. Alright, let's start with the rice first. Take 2 cups of short grain rice and wash it about 3 times. And then soak it in some cold water for at least 30 minutes. While they're having a great time in the pool, let's prep the water for our rice. Usually, I recommend a 1-to-1 ratio of rice to water. But today, since the veggies are gonna release a ton of moisture, we need to reduce the amount of water. So for this recipe, we're only using 1.5 cups, which is 360 milliliters. Trust me, unless you want vegetable porridge instead of bibimbap, please follow my lead. Now, let's season our water. Add 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of mirin, half a tablespoon of chicken bouillon powder, and give it a good mix. At this point, some of you might be thinking, wait, isn't that gonna be too bland? I'm so glad you brought that up. We're using this to infuse a subtle aroma and savoriness. We're gonna serve this bibimbap with gochujang to season anyway, so you don't have to worry about it. What? You can't handle spicy food? Then you can serve it with some soy sauce. It will also work beautifully, so no problem at all. By the way, we have all the instructions and a list of ingredients on our blog, aaronandclaire.com. So please visit here if you need a written recipe. Now let's prep the veggies. First, smash 3 cloves of garlic and finely chop them. I'm using 3 today, but if you're a garlic lover, feel free to throw in 3 more. Go wild with it. It might taste even more amazing. Next, julienne 1 medium carrot, which is about 140 grams. I'm doing this with a knife, but if you use mandolin slicer, you'll be way faster and easier. Once that's done, julienne half a medium zucchini. Again, I highly recommend using a mandolin slicer here. And then thinly slice 3 to 4 shiitake mushrooms. Here, you don't strictly need to stick with shiitakes. Button mushrooms, oyster mushrooms, or whatever your favorite mushrooms will do a great job for you. So just use whatever you have in your kitchen. Trust me, everything will turn out fantastic. Lastly, prepare a handful of washed soybean sprouts and another handful of washed spinach. Then our prep is officially done. Alright, we're set. Let's get cooking. Add 1 tablespoon of oil to a pot and heat it over medium heat. Once it gets nice and hot, add half a pound of ground beef and spread it out evenly. Season it with a pinch of salt and let it sear for about 2 minutes. Once the bottom turns nicely browned, break up the beef, add the garlic, and saute those for another minute or 2. Now, if you want to take this dish to the next level, throw in our love, green onions. Trust me, it will elevate your bibimbap like crazy. Once your kitchen smells real nice, add the drained rice and give it a good stir for about 1 minute. I know this step might look unnecessary, but it helps the grains soak up all the amazing flavors from the beef and garlic. And it's gonna take your rice to the next level, so please do not ever skip this step. What? You wanna know this kind of tip more and more? I'm so glad you brought that up because everything you need is in these 2 books. Trust me, with these bad boys, Simply Korean and Beyond Korean, you can cook 200 East Asian dishes like Korean, Chinese, Japanese, and even Korean fusion dishes like a pro. So don't forget to check them out. The link is in the description. Now pour in the seasoned water that we prepared earlier and keep stirring until it starts to boil. And don't forget to scrape up all those delicious stuff stuck on the bottom. It's not only gonna deglaze the pot, but it's also gonna help keep the rice from sticking and burning at the bottom. What? Too much work for you? Well, congratulations. Your family might be eating burnt rice for dinner tonight. Once you see the water starting to boil, reduce the heat to low. And then arrange the carrots, zucchini, shiitake mushrooms, soybean sprouts, and spinach on top. Now, all you need to do is just put the lid on and gently simmer for about 15 minutes. So simple, right? There's absolutely no reason not to try this at home. Alright, it's been 15 minutes. Let's remove it from the heat and let it rest for another 10 minutes. But make sure you don't open the lid. If you lift it now and let the steam escape, the perfectly cooked bibimbap that you're looking for, yeah, that's gonna happen in your next life. Or maybe the next life. I warned you, so if you mess this up, I'm totally not responsible. Alright, it's been 10 minutes. Let's open it up. How about that? Absolutely gorgeous, right? Now, all you need to do is just drizzle 1 or 2 tablespoons of sesame oil and give it a good mix. That's it. Couldn't be any easier, right? Now, this is totally optional, but bibimbap without a fried egg is kind of a crime. So please make sure to serve them together. Last but not least, serve it with some gochujang or soy sauce, and there you have it, your one-pot bibimbap. You wanna know how it tastes? Alright, let's call our taste tester.
Claire. Woo! Bibimbap with this one-pot recipe? Unbelievable! Let's open it! Ta-da! It's already mixed, so I don't have to mix it myself. 고추장만 넣어서 비벼봅시다. 야채도 아주 듬뿍듬뿍 넣어준 실한 비빔밥이네요. 고기도 보이고. 계란은? 비빔밥엔 계란이 빠져서는 안 되지. I'm a big fan of bibimbap. I can eat it almost every day. 맛있겠다. I made a big bite. Cheers. 맛있네. 한 번만 더. 역시 이 원판 레시피는 진짜 실망시키지 않는다. 오늘도 역시 너무 맛있게 잘 나왔네요. 그동안 한두 가지 재료 가지고 이렇게 솥밥 스타일로 만드는 거는 많이 해봤는데 비빔밥처럼 야채가 잔뜩 들어가 있는 것도 가능하다는 게 좀 믿기지 않는 것 같아. 와, 너무 괜찮은데? 비빔밥은 하나하나 사실 손이 정말 많이 가는 그런 음식이잖아. 밥도 따로 해야 해. 하나하나 야채 식감 살린다고 하나하나 막 데치기도 하고 볶기도 하고 하느라고 정말 손이 많이 가는 그런 음식인데 그걸 몽땅 이 팥 하나에서 한다는 게 믿을 수가 없어. 여전히 먹으면서도 믿을 수가 없어. 야채들이 그렇다고 해서 막 숨이 죽은 것도 아니고 막 아삭아삭 온전히 식감도 유지되고 너무 괜찮네요. 거기다가 밥도 살짝 중간중간에 누른 그런 밥이 있어가지고 아삭거리는 그런 식감까지 추가해주니까 돌솥비빔밥 먹는 그런 느낌까지 살려주는 게 집에서 안 해먹을 수가 없네. 꼭 해먹어야 되겠네. If you have some leftover veggies, you should make this at home. It's that good. Unbelievable. Cheers. 맛있어. I'm a big fan of sesame oil, so I should add it more. 그냥 조금만 너무 과하면 또 참기름 맛으로만 변하니까. 와, 참기름 향이 더 들어가니까 더 맛있을 것 같아. 고소함이 아주 한 10배가 되었대. Cheers! 이 맛이지. Highly recommended. Hope you guys try and enjoy. Bye!
Today, I showed you how to make one-pot bibimbap. How was it? It's super simple and easy, right? Honestly, ever since the baby started running our lives, Things have been so incredibly chaotic, but this dish has been an absolute lifesaver for Claire and me. So if you're super busy but still want a perfectly balanced, nutritious meal, you've gotta give this a shot. I promise, you'll be one of the most satisfying meals you will ever have. Alright, this is it for today, and I'll see you next time.